Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Leo for the month of March, including the last bit of February. So we are in the sign of Pisces. The element is water, and you, Leos, are in your 8th house, which is the house of taboo. It's the house of money coming to you. So any kind of settlements or monies that you're waiting upon should be coming through at this point. And when they do come through, usually it's like anything, if you've waited and waited and then suddenly here it is. It's also the house of taboos, all those taboos, in our culture of sex and all that kind of other stuff that we sort of don't really talk about in front of a lot of people, because it's just, it's a bit of a no-go area. So all this kind of, it's really, the 8th house is the house of Scorpio, so say no more. All that deep diving sort of themes are current in the 8th house. Don't give your personal power away is the energy around you this month. So just keep that for yourself. And basically that just means, Leo, as you know, don't say yes when you mean no. I mean, really, just, it's easier. Some people just go along and say yes, 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 and then find themselves extremely uncomfortable because they should have really just said no, because they didn't really want to go or do whatever. So where you are right now, and we have the Page of Swords. So this is the little card of the imp. He's a little troublemaker. He's not really earthed or grounded, so you may be feeling like this a bit. It's very much an element of air, just a hangover from the Aquarius time that we've just been through. He can be, it can engender people spying on you or looking you up on social media and sort of being a bit fixated. It can also be gossip. But bear in mind, Leo, none of this is very grounded. So acknowledge that it's there, but you don't really need to pay too much attention to it. It's almost like, well, as long as they're talking about me, it's fine, but whatever. But it's a mischievous, impish type of an energy. So if there's some of that floating around you at the moment, well, there you have it. But we'll see why that's there with this influencing card. And we have the Page of Wands. So there's new stuff on the horizon. Good news. If you're awaiting some good news, it's well on the way. And that may engender, with the Page of Swords, that may engender a little bit of jealousy and therefore mischief making, or sort of, just looking up people or looking you up, and I don't know, just generally being a bit of a spy and a bit of a nosy Parker sort of energy. But this is a good card because good news is on the horizon, good news is on the way, so that's what you want, and that affects the whole reading. Let's see what was happening in January, February. And we had the Hermit, where you probably just felt like just being on your own, keeping out of all the drama and all of the goings on that were going on. Aquarius time season was quite bumpy, to say the least, for a lot of people. A lot of mental energies flying around. A lot of people reported to me they really did not like that season at all, this last season. But you have been sort of wisely standing back and watching the chaos. So, you seem to have done quite well out of it, Leo, or just in general have kept out of the way of all that, business of the Aquarius full-on mental energy going on. Recent influences, you have the Hanging Man, so just going with the flow at the moment. There's no outcome to be seen just yet, but the main theme of this Hanging Man card is patience. So learning to cultivate patience in your life. And whatever it is you're waiting for is a big thing, but it's like the Hermit, where you learn wisdom, and then with the Hanging Man you learn patience. So they're both very valuable attributes to have. Okay. The lesson that you'll be learning. The Star. So everything that happens this month or this 4 weeks happens for a reason. Whoever crosses your path this month crosses your path for a reason. So everything's exactly quite destined with the Star. And it gives you that hope also and faith that things do always work out, but we sometimes just have to go through a bit of an up and down journey to get to where we want to go. So, but that is a beautiful card to have as your lesson. So as long as you keep moving forward, nothing can really happen except positive stuff. It's when you stop and start looking into the past and delving around into that things can become fraught for you. Near future, you have the 8 of Coins, which is the Master's Apprentice card. So maybe some of you, going back to study to sort of bolster up your CV, learning a hobby that you've got that will probably maybe in a few years bring you in finances, all that kind of really good mature age energy of just spreading your wings into other interests that obviously can, with the 8 of Coins, bring you in an additional income if that's what you want. Or it could be just a mature age person going to study something new suddenly at 40 years of age, where people think, oh, what are you doing that for? Well, life is continual study of all sorts. You never stop learning. So that's a really lovely card too. So for those of you that are looking into adding to what you've already got in terms of your day job, etc., that card is very, very good for you. What's happening that you're not realising? The Happy Home card, the 4 of Wands. So very much happy home card. Feeling home. You've got this beautiful home. You feel secure. But it's also a card called a Gateway card, the 4 of Wands. So it talks about, consolidating what you've done. So with this 8 of Coins, obviously, wanting to go through that gateway and add a bit more value to your career and your CV, etc. So it's all just sitting there for you. It's there for the taking, Leo, if it's, if that's where you're at. But that's the general theme so far we're getting. Okay, so how others see you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this does not come around very often, Leo. So it's very much another destiny card. Very much everything is as it is. It's also a card of good measure for you've put in a lot of energy, so you're getting rewards. But there again, if you haven't been putting in energy, you won't be getting any rewards, and that's as simple as it is. And we all know, we all understand and know that anyhow, don't we? Put in, get out. Don't put in, don't get out. What you're feeling positive about? Moving away from a relationship. So there may be a relationship around you, Leo, that's just gone off the boil a bit, or maybe you just don't really feel like, because you've still got this hermit energy here, you're really not feeling it with a particular friend or something for a while. Or maybe you might feel like that with most people. You might feel like, no, I don't. I just want to do my thing. I don't want to delve into relationships. I don't have anything to offer just right now. And because we're in Pisces, so it's water, lots of emotion going on. So don't worry, you can always come back to this, Leo. It's not, hard and fast. It's just sometimes just stepping out for a while from relationships that are, and maybe, the other person's just on a different trajectory at that time and it's not gelling, but it doesn't mean the end of the end. It just means, just step out and let that person just be for a while, and later on you can, pick up where you left off. The outcome. And we have the 10 of Coins, so very nice outcome there. It's about, just It's about legacy. It's about, you know, having enough, very much a stability card of stability. The money's there. You're cruising along quite well there. There's no fears, you know, about money really, because you're working and the money's always coming in every fortnight or how often you get paid. So there's no worries there about that. So, you know, all in all, just keep your power within you. Don't say yes when you mean no. And just move on ahead as long as you're moving forward. And just do what you feel is right in this time of the 8th house, the taboo. The house of taboos. Okay, so your message is pure understanding. The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure. When you take away the personal stories and fears created by the mind and strip away the toxic emotion of anger, self-doubt and frustration, you can look at what is happening quite simply as it is. Nice card to go with your reading, I feel. Have a great month, Leo, and thank you very much for listening as usual.